Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black on Black Cinema. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hello.
Terrence.
What's up?
And Tiara.
Hey, look at Micah just smoldering at the camera.
You try and give him a little something extra for this episode.
I'm not sure if you're angry or something else.
I mean, you got your head did. I got my hair cut. Like this is a special occasion.
This is episode 230, The Intruder. Tiara, you pick this one. Don't start drinking now. No, don't do that. You pick this. This is about a black couple played by Michael Ealy and Meagan Good, Scott and Annie Howard, who purchase a house in Napa Valley, and they purchase it from a guy named Charlie Peck, played by Dennis Quaid, who doesn't really want to give up the house, and shenanigans ensue. This is a 2019 film with an $8 million budget, but it was, as Terrence would say, a box office smash, and made $40.6 million, which is pretty amazing. All right, I'm going to go to Tiara first. You chose this movie. Give us your thoughts on this modern masterpiece.
I'm covering Micah's face. Because every time I look at the camera, I just feel like laughing.
Because he's going to be an asshole on this episode.
So I first watched this movie on a plane. It is the perfect in-flight film.
Yeah, that
I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I watched it again this afternoon, but it took me a while to kind of get through it. Like, I started at like maybe 12 o'clock and I finished it right before we hopped on. But I've seen it a couple times before. As someone
a couple times.
As someone who is a former Bay Area resident, and also would like to buy a house near wine or near wineries, I feel like representation matters. So I feel very represented by seeing this beautiful black couple, beautiful black successful couple in the San Francisco Bay Area, making it, buying a $3 million house, just being like, oh, I won't pay 3.5 for it, but I'll pay 3.3. Look, I'm trying to get like that. Whenever I see Michael Ealy as a lead role, I already know I'm going to have a great time. And I think that we should be reviewing Michael Ealy films. And I think I've definitely heard this before, but like black executive fiction, yes, or cinematic universe. This is exactly what this is. It was nice to see Tommy from Power in this. I forgot he was in it. And I was like, oh yeah. And here he is with the black woman. Because of course.
Of course he is.
Of course he is. Dennis Quaid was so over the top. Like, I was watching, I was like, I can't tell if he's acting or not, because I feel like Dennis Quaid is probably a little bit insane in person, in real life.
That's not fair to Dennis Quaid at all. That's fine.
Meagan Good's character was perfect. 10 out of 10. Did nothing wrong.
All right, we're going to talk about it.
Yes, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
That's not even the right saying, you know. It's not even right.
Or whatever. She was totally right to downplay Scott's suspicions about their creepy neighbor guy, Dennis Quaid or whatever. So I feel like she was actually done kind of wrong, to be honest with you. Like,
wow.
You know, you have a husband that you can't fully trust. I would get mad if you didn't text me that you were going out to a bar too. Oh, that's all I'm saying. Some of like the cuts were really weird. Like, there's like a scene where they're in the kitchen and they're clearly about to have sex, and like the way it kept cutting from Michael Ealy to Meagan Good was strange. I'm like, what is happening here? Why does this feel so disjointed? Otherwise, a solid 5 out of 5. Don't walk, run, and go see this. Yeah. And if you ever want to be a homeowner, I feel like this is definitely the movie that you should be watching.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This episode brought to you by Zillow. What the All right, I will go next. Listen, what was the movie we did with Erica Mena? What was that called? The Stepmother, right? Like we did that a couple weeks ago. That was a very poor version of a black thriller. This is how you do a black thriller. The characters need to be ridiculous. The circumstances are stupid. Nobody is thinking straight. And there is a white man acting a goddamn fool.
There's quite a few people. There's quite a few people thinking straight. There's one person that's really not.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
I would just like to say, remember what Micah said last week in last week's preview episode? Shouldn't we be blindly supporting black women? The answer is yes.
He did. You did say that. You did say that.
But wait, the guy who did Lakeview Terrace, he did this movie, right?
He did Lakeview Terrace. Yes, he did. He did that, and he did Obsessed, and he did Fatal. So
this dude is in his bag. This director's in his bag.
This white man is knocking it out of the park.
He is for me personally. So this is not a good movie. It is ridiculous. It is certainly a hell of an arc from the beginning of the movie and what these characters believe and do to the end of the movie where they become fucking psychos.
What arc? What are you talking about?
Just jump. This just made no sense. As we go through this movie, I just want to make it clear. At the time that this movie was filmed, Dennis Quaid is 65 years old. That is a very important fact to remember during any sort of physical issues that happen in this movie, because Michael Ealy is not 65. But Michael Ealy is getting tossed around by a 65-year-old like it's nothing. And why is Dennis Quaid in such good shape? It's ridiculous.
Michael Ealy is a little thin. He's not a big guy.
No, you can't just be getting your ass beat by a 60. You can't get your ass beat by a 65-year-old man. That's just ridiculous. But yeah, all in all, I enjoyed it. Meagan Good's character was ridiculous. But it tells me that this is how you know the movie was written originally for white characters, because she operates more like a white woman than she does a black woman in every facet of that character. So, yeah, look, this is how you do a black thriller. This is how you do like The Perfect Guy and all those other fucking crazy black thrillers. This is how you do it. You gotta have all your ducks in a row. I felt like this movie had all the ducks in a row. I am very happy Tiara chose this. I'm gonna have a great time making fun of this movie. So I'll go to Terrence.
That's not why I chose this film.
Yeah, that's why you chose it. That's why you chose. That's what Jay chose it for.
Yeah, this movie's terrible. But it's a good terrible, right? Like, it's fun, right? I've seen it twice. I had a blast both times. It's a quick 142.
Yeah.
I don't know why it needed to be that long. Could have been like 100 minutes, but that's fine. Yeah, but I had a blast both times. I forgot some things from the first time I saw it. Meagan Good. This nigga hates women. The writer. He hates women, right?
Yeah, it feels that way.
Like,
it certainly feels that. It certainly feels that way.
She was quite possibly one of the dumbest characters I've ever seen in a movie ever. Like, it was terrible.
I mean, she's pretty stupid. Like, she's so naive.
Look. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this dude. I feel like he's writing these movies and then putting black women in these positions because he hates black people. I don't know. Yeah, she gave me like it gave me Quantum Leap vibes, but it's a great movie. I enjoyed it. No, it's not a great movie, but I still enjoyed it. There's a lot of plots that go absolutely fucking nowhere. Like, my brother got gunned down in the street when I was a kid. I hate guns. And you proceed to, we'll get to it.
Quite easily, by the way. Quite easily at that point.
Right. Okay, no forethought at all. It's fine. Cool. All right. Did you kill your brother? You cheating on your wife? Or are you not cheating on your wife? Why did they throw that in there? Who knows? Just to make us not like him. It was very strange.
Yeah, that's just trying to hold the black man down. I didn't care for that. Black men don't cheat. Don't do that.
Pointless plot points, but it was still a blast. And I feel like Dennis Quaid channeled his brother.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's very fair.
Because his brother's a fucking psycho.
Yes, he is.
But yeah, this is fun. I suggest everyone watch this movie.
All right, Micah.
Because it's fucking ridiculous.
All right. You done stretching? Go ahead.
Look, The Perfect Guy, The Intruder, and Fatale. The Michael Ealy, the Michael Ealy trilogy of good bad movies.
Yeah.
Look, I love it. I love it. This is bad, right? Like, this is a bad movie, right? Like, it's dumb, like, it's stupid, but like you said, it's a real good time. And I kind of wish that I watched this with my wife, because this type of schlock is right up her alley. The only thing she wouldn't like is that Michael Ealy's a bit of a bitch in this movie. He's like, I get it. Like, Meagan Good is super fine, right? Yeah. Like, I can understand like going crazy for Meagan Good, but
what was his end? Oh, you know what? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He wanted what every white man who wears red hats wants. To fuck a minority against her will. Like, that's and to shoot guns. Right? Like, that's what they want. You're right, Terrence. I think that the real lesson that we take away from this movie is that guns solve all your problems.
That's a very pro NRA movie. It really is.
No matter how, vehemently you are against guns, I mean, it kind of did the job, right? Like even the guy was like, "Hey, you should get a gun." I don't like guns. My brother died. Yeah, I don't like guns. Nah, yo, get a gun. Get a gun and shoot white people in the face after they try to rip you up. Yeah, man, this was a blowing
a nigga's head off.
There you go. They're gonna live happily ever after. I also really like how the movie just kind of like they do it right, and then they just like, it's over.
Yeah, that's it.
Right? Like,
we got a fucking ending with that. They was like, that's it.
This movie knows. Like, look, this shit ain't gonna get no better. Now that Dennis Quaid, who just makes this movie, right?
Oh, 100%, 100%.
He's the reason you watch this movie, and that's what you need, right? You need the psycho, right? Like, Michael Ealy is very good at playing the guy who is like, oh, well, I don't know, right? But if someone who is like that quiet, you need somebody who's just like a lunatic.
Yeah.
And yeah, he looked like he was having a blast. Like, I feel like he was having a little too much fun towards the end, where he kind of had Meagan Good on the bed. And I was like, all right, nigga, you ain't got to do all
gross,
that.
Yo. I didn't like that shit at all.
I didn't care for that one bit.
No.
But yeah, man, other than that, this movie is super fun, man. Like watch it. If I saw a review, and the review said this movie is probably good for the scream at the screen crowd. Yeah, that's exactly what this is. A scream at the screen movie.
They know who the audience is.
Absolutely. So if you one of them lowbrow assholes who screams at the screen at movie theaters, this is for you.
You know the name of the song that they played at the end of the movie?
Oh no!
How fucking...
That was fucking jarring as hell, first of all.
It really was.
Wait, what was the song? I don't remember.
At the end, the hip hop song starts playing after he blows the nigga's head off. The name of the song is called Gripped Up. Because he had the gun.
Guns cool. Solve all your problems.
That's not a good message. I don't appreciate that message at all on this show. But in this movie, maybe they do. Yeah, it's
you called this reverse Lake View Terrace, didn't you?
Yeah, it kind of is, right? Like, I mean, they even have the dinner party where the city slicker friend is like, "Hey, I don't know, maybe it's not that bad," and Charlie's like, "Fuck you, mean it ain't that bad? Why don't you come on out here with me?" I was like, "All right, relax. Look, I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It is ridiculous. It is nice seeing Michael Ealy playing both sides of the crazy, like, black thriller thing. Like he was really good in The Perfect Guy. Good. I put that in quotes.
No, he was good. I like that movie.
But like he's good. Like he was good as a psycho, and he's also good as like the punk ass husband. Like, oh, I don't think this is going well. Like he's good at on both ends. So that's good to see. Look, I need him to make more of these movies. Like this is his wheelhouse at this point. Like you're 100% right, Tiara. The black executive genre needs to happen for him. I'm fine with it. Meagan Good is really good looking in this movie and really dumb. It's off-putting to me.
I mean, you're right, Tash. She's probably one of the dumbest characters I've ever seen. Like, just
she don't make any sense.
No self-preservation instincts at all.
But that's what I'm saying. I think the character was 100% written as a white woman to start. Like she doesn't operate like a black woman. She doesn't operate like a black woman at all. Like at no point was she like, hold on. Like no.
You think a character named Annie was written for a white woman? You think
right,
a character
exactly.
named Annie was written for a white woman?
Annie and Scott. Right, come on now.
Annie and Scott Howard. Okay.
Come on. The writer was like, wait a minute.
Sure.
The writer was like, wait a minute. Howard, that's a black school. I bet we could get some black people to be in this. Nah, yo. Like, there's no way. This was supposed to be starring, like, who gives a fuck white guy and, like, Jennifer Lawrence. Like that's who this is supposed to be in this movie. Like
it would have been as fun for me. Actually, I don't think I would have watched this if it was all white.
No, hell no. Hell no. Look, I'll tell you. My personal suggestion, I haven't seen it, but the trailers did it for me. What's the one with what's her face who played Martin Lawrence's sister in the Bad Boys movie? What's her name?
Reunion?
Yeah, where she's like fighting an intruder or some shit like that. Didn't she have one of these movies? Somebody like
yes, yes, she did.
What movie was that?
I don't remember the name of it, but
Day or some shit.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but we got to find out because we got to do that one at some point. That should look ridiculous. Like, yeah, all right, that's fine. You just fight them off with karate and fucking Taibo or whatever the fuck you know. It's fine.
Breaking In. That's the name of the movie.
Breaking In.
Right on the fucking nose. There you go.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into it. So we kind of start off with Scott, played by Michael Ealy. He is with his buddy. What's Tommy's real name or name in this?
His name is Mike. Look, TR, is Tommy attractive?
Joseph Sikora.
Is Tommy attractive? It's okay to say no.
Is he attractive or his characterization of the character that he plays?
Answer both questions. Answer both questions.
His character in this movie or his character in Power?
Tommy. Just Tommy. He ain't attractive in this movie, but just like Tommy.
I wouldn't say no to Tommy for a night.
Wow.
All right, I get
a night. Only because hanging around Tommy would get you killed, but for a night.
Okay, I get that.
I feel like that.
Yeah.
Now, is Joseph Sikora attractive? He's got a weird face, yo. He really does.
Another one of those niggas that look easy to draw. He has no face features in his face.
This reminds me of the Matt Smith conversation that we had a while back. Maybe I need to watch Joseph Sikora interviews so I can see his personality more.
No, look. Let me. I'm sorry.
Would do it for me.
I'm sorry. I need to butt in for a second. This dude just looks like a slightly handsomer version of Gary Owen, right? Like he does, right? Like, okay. It's not me. All right. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. That's why y'all black women like him. He's just Gary Owen. He's just a handsome Gary Owen.
I don't think
knock it off.
Gary Owen isn't for me.
It's the same dude. It's the same dude.
Joseph Sikora. I gotta watch his interviews, Micah. I like because personality also matters.
He got a weird face, yo. He got a weird.
Nah, y'all niggas are lying. That's the same dude.
He's got like high cheekbones and he looks like a porcelain doll. Like if
eyes are
Chucky
really,
grew
really
up.
blue.
You know what I mean? Like if Chucky grew up and went to jail or prison.
And went to jail.
Yeah, yo.
I
Like
mean,
that's
Chucky was a
yeah.
criminal. Or he got a
Yeah, I
criminal
know. I'm
in him.
talking about the doll. I'm talking about the doll grew up. If the doll grew up and went to prison, then like that's this dude.
Is Joseph Sikora attractive? Look.
That's Gary Owen.
Yes,
y'all gotta relax. That's the same guy.
I'm pretty sure he's married to someone or with someone, and it doesn't really matter what I think. That's my answer.
Okay. Gary Owen was married to a black woman. This guy clearly is all about black women. It's the same. That's the same dude. It's the same dude. Knock it off. All right. So Mike takes Scott to what's supposed to be a surprise party. But of course, Mike is kind of dumb, and he ruins it. And he's like, "Look, man, just pretend to be surprised. Sorry, I'm an idiot." And so Scott gets to the party. His wife Annie, his black wife named Annie, is there, and she's like, "Oh, hey," and he's like, "Oh, you look good," and everyone's like, "Ah, surprise, motherfucker! Like we're all here," and they're all surprising him because he closed a huge deal at work, and there is nothing like one of these black executive movies where they just say he closed the deal and it's not specific to anything. He's just a general exec. They're always like general marketing executives. They never have a different type of job. It's like that makes a lot of money, so like we'll just make him that. And so
does he own it? Because
I don't know.
This nigga bought a $3.2 million house. How much money do them niggas make?
I mean, maybe he's a partner.
I mean, it's the Bay Area. Like if you wanna be able to live, you better be a millionaire.
You better be making a lot of money. But goddamn, why can't he own it? Why does he have to be?
He got to work for a white man.
Are they partners?
I love how Terrence is not pleased with the logistics of this business partnership.
I'm not pleased with how much he makes. What the fuck he does? I don't know what he does. He's a marketing executive.
He's a general executive, just a general one. He does stuff with money. So they're all happy for him, and him and Annie after the party, they're sipping champagne as rich people do, and she's like I still want to buy that house in Napa Valley. They live in San Francisco, and he's like, oh, is that really you really want to do that? That's your dream? And she's like, yes. And he's like, all right, let's make it happen. I'm super rich now. And they leave their fucking gorgeous apartment to live out in the middle of fucking nowhere. Fuck that. So they go to Napa Valley, and Michael Ealy and Meagan Good look awkward as fuck because they look like they're from San Francisco and not from wherever the fuck they are. But they eventually look at this house, and it is a very, very nice house, and they meet a lunatic named Dennis Quaid, who was he plays a character named Christopher Pike, or Charlie Pike, excuse me. Or Peck, and he shoots a deer in front of them, which to me, that's the end of the conversation. Have a nice day. You're not going to
threat.
No, you walk out, you shoot a deer, you walk out with a rifle. I'm way too black for that situation. I have to go. Like we can talk online. I can't have the conversation now. Like I'm not gonna look at the house now. I'm done.
Yeah, he did that shit on purpose.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Because you have to set up an appointment to look at the house, so he knew they were coming.
Yeah, and where's your realtor? Like y'all just dealing with the nigga.
Why they not going through a realtor? This is a lot of money, yo. This is a lot of money. I understand.
Yeah, I'm not doing an owner deal. Like no,
right? Like you don't want to pay like Remax or whatever, right? Like you don't want them to get a commission on this, but like nah. This is $3 million.
You two are black people who are also homeowners.
Yes.
Do y'all just walk up into someone's property and be like,
"Fuck no."
No? Okay.
No. Just so you know, when you go to buy a house, don't do that. Don't just go showing up. Y'all got any deal here?
This property is so nice.
Like, get the fuck away from my house.
I'm of two minds of this because as someone who has a family of deer in his backyard that piss and shit all over the place, I understand where Charlie's coming from. Like, get the fuck out of my yard.
So you just gunning down deer in front of you.
I chase him off, and my wife is like, "Leave him alone."
I would pay to see that. Get out of here!
I kind of do that.
They're staring at you like, nigga, what are you doing, yo?
They're like, what? And then and that's they do. They'll just stare at you, and then I got to approach them, and then they're like, like, are you coming? Because like I got a good spot here, and I don't want to. So then I get the cowbell, and I just make a bunch of fucking noise and just run them off.
Yeah, you must seem insane to your neighbors. You must seem absolutely insane.
You know, it's something when I was watching that scene and he shot the deer, I was like, I would never buy a house out there. One, because can't afford it, but two, because if you see deer, that means there are mountain lions around and they come out at night. So I would never leave the house.
Yeah, there you go. I'm trying to get rid of all the mountain lions in Montgomery County.
Are there mountain lions in Napa Valley? That's not a thing.
Yeah, the mountain lions everywhere here.
I don't like that.
Especially out there where there are deer, which is what they eat, and they hunt them at night.
Fence, my nigga. A giant fence.
A fence is gonna keep a mountain lion out.
It'll keep a deer out. I just need the food to not be in my yard. I don't need the predator. I just need the food to be their food to be out there. That's their problem. That's not my problem. So while they're chatting with Charlie, he brings him into the house and he's like, "Hey, we're gonna laugh about that whole me shooting a deer in front of you thing later." I'd be like, "Nah, we're not gonna laugh about that. That's not funny." He shows him around the house. He's got a terrible looking television. Sad. And then he starts like, this to me, this is the beginning of the end of this conversation altogether. He looks at Annie and he's like, "Oh, is that an emerald on your necklace? Oh, is that your birthstone?" And he's just like staring and staring. I'm like, I've had enough. Like, we're done here. Like, yo. I stop staring at my wife. Like, I don't like it.
But she really wants that house, Jay.
I don't care. See, this is the difference between me and Michael Ealy. I'm not a bitch. Like, I'm not gonna just let some dude sit there and ogle my wife, and I'm just not gonna say anything and be like, "Oh, let's buy the house anyway." Like, no, fuck this dude. No.
Okay, you heard what Charlie said. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
Yo,
Jay,
they don't even have kids. They don't even have kids. The proper line is happy wife, happy life. Like, he ain't even say that.
What's your opinion on that, Jay? What's your opinion on that line?
What?
Happy wife, happy life.
I hate that term. I hate it.
Okay. All right.
I hate it.
Hate making women happy. Got it.
Yeah, write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
I'm telling.
It should be happy spouse, happy house. That's what it should be. You should try to make both of each other happy. But I'm not paying $3.3 million for this house. You got to knock it off. And so they're looking at this house, and it's decorated during slave times, as far as I'm concerned. And they're looking around, and again, Dennis Quaid is doing some real like repugnant shit. Like, he's like way too chummy with Annie. Not a fan. I'm mad for Michael Ealy. And so he's looking around, they're showing him the house or whatever. And eventually they get to the point where they leave, they're about to leave, and he's going to discuss money. I actually really didn't like this scene because like when they go to discuss money, she walks off like, "That's men's business." I was like, all right.
Again, this nigga don't like women.
Yeah, I'm like,
he don't like them.
Yo, it's 2019 this movie came out, yo. Like I wasn't like when we went to buy this house, my wife was like, "Oh, this is what it costs. Oh, I'll leave while you talk to we're buying the house together. What the fuck? Like, what are you doing?" Like, it's fucking weird.
Maybe she was like, "Look, I'm getting this house one way or another. I'll let him take care of it because it don't matter to me how much he spent. This house is fine."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nah, I think she realized this is men's work, and she submitted to him, and he submitted to God, and then that's why he set up the price.
Oh my God! I just realized we're recording this. They're in Napa Valley, and I don't have any wine.
I just drank all mine. Too bad. So Charlie's like, look, house is $3.5 million. If you can't afford it, you shouldn't even be here. Which is some racist shit I did not appreciate from Charlie. I don't do that.
Yeah, he was fucking playing.
I feel like that was
fuck my dick, nigga. I'm going. Bye.
Yeah, that would have been me.
I feel like that was a trailer line. You know what I mean?
Oh
like
yeah, definitely.
Just for the trailer.
Yeah, 100%. And so look, Scott does the right thing. He was like, Annie, we're leaving. He looked right at Charlie's face when he said it, which I appreciate that level of disrespect. That feels
You
good.
just called this man all kinds of bitches like before
and
now
broke.
And broke.
And broke. Like, nah, yo, go fuck yourself. And so then Charlie has to take his crazy ass over to the car, and he's like, well, if I throw in the tapestry and a couple other things, how about you guys take it for $3.3 million? Because I really like you guys. Look, if somebody says they really like you guys while they're selling the house, they're full of shit. I don't give a fuck about you. Just give me my money.
Nah, if somebody says they really like you, they probably full of shit.
Yeah.
Nobody likes anybody. Like, real friends don't have to tell each other that they like them. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Get out of here.
What?
He's 100%. He's 100% real.
What last time you told your friend, hey, you know what? I like you.
That's weird.
Exactly. Thank you.
Well, I don't tell my friends I like them.
See?
I tell my friends I love them.
That's some feminist shit. Nah, you can't do that.
yeah. Love. That's some real gay shit. Love.
Except for one of my friends.
Love is low key gay.
Love is low key gay. Well,
according to Twitter, yes. According to the dudes on Twitter, absolutely.
I
don't care about people. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Look, I will tell people. I'll tell people I like them. But I tell people I love them instead, except for one of my friends who I make it a point to bring down every single time I talk to them.
Wow.
That's your real friend.
Yeah, that's your real friend. That's true. I treat Michael like shit. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta make Jay. If Jay has something to say to me, he better stand on a chair and say it to my face.
See how he did? See how he did? That's how I know he got my back. That's how I know.
You know what? Michael, you're so right. Because I told my friend today, I said, look, he felt like he needed to be extra masculine today. And I said, look, it sounds like you really need this moment to feel strong and secure about yourself. So instead of calling you all types of insecure names that I think you are, I will just let you have this moment. And he hated me for about 2 seconds. But I'm like, but you didn't hang up though. You still on the phone with me. You called me.
God damn.
See, exactly. And that right there is why I am not friends with women. Like, I don't have too many female friends. Because like when we play like that, right? Like, oh, Jay, you're short, even though Jay is like the average height of an average man.
I quite literally.
Like, but it's just fucking around, right? A woman's version of fucking around is literally taking this knife and cutting you down. Like, Jesus Christ!
I mean, to be fair,
you need this moment right now. I see your insecure ass needs. I see your little dick insecure, no balls having ass needs this moment right now. And when you decide that you want to grow up, then you can come to me like a real man. Like, Jesus Christ!
By the way, we're friends, and I love you.
Yeah, and like no, and these conversations will usually end with me being like, look, I'm hungry. What should I get to eat, or do you want to go out to go get some food in the morning? And they'll be like, all right, cool.
See, yeah, totally normal.
So normal. In fact, I'm actually really excited to send him a bunch of depreciating messages.
Yeah,
because look, you can't let your friends get too high.
That's true. You gotta keep that ego under control.
I'm like, look, I need you to think a little bit lesser of yourself because you're not that special.
Jesus Christ! All right, you know what? I don't even want to be your friend. God damn! Jesus Christ!
Oh look, it brings joy to my day.
Yeah, I bet it does. Yeah, to trash someone else. Good Lord!
Look, he does the same thing to me. Look, I don't
probably deserve
care.
it though. Like, come on now.
Look, sometimes I have a bit
He
of a
does the
bitch,
same
so
thing
I
to
do
you.
deserve it.
He does the same thing to you. That nigga
I-
hate black women, and you need to get away from him.
I do tell
that's
him
how
None
it
of this
works.
makes sense. None of this shit
Yeah.
makes sense, guys.
So,
Yeah.
so they hear the $3.3 million offer. They're like, we got other things, we got other places to look at, which is a telltale sign of we ain't buying this shit. That's what I normally say when I get pressured by salesmen. Oh, I got a couple of other options, and then it's like, yeah. But that was just them getting out of there, and so immediately, Annie is like, can we? Okay, I want to buy it, and can we move in next week? Next week?
Next week.
Girl, if you don't slow down. See, again, no self-preservation. She don't know nothing about the neighborhood. She's just moving. She didn't do no research.
I mean, it's clear it's like it's in a rural area, so they probably don't need to know that much. And also, they got money,
yes,
so
the
they can
fuck
probably-
you do. You two black people in rural anything. You fucking absolutely need to know where you're going.
A mile away
Napa.
from your next
It's
neighbor. Nope.
You know,
Don't trust it.
there are like 10 black people in Napa. I saw
like
them.
it.
I saw him. It was you and 9 other black people. Yeah, I got it. So
Never mind.
all right, so even less than that. Got it. So they move in. They're very happy. And as you do, when you move into a new house, the first thing you do is you fuck on the you fuck on the kitchen counter. I get it. You gotta break shit in, see if that marble gonna hold up. Or granted,
Here's the thing: when they first moved in, she had overalls with a flannel shirt on top of the overalls, and you could see she had like lingerie underneath. I'm like, what the fuck does she have on? When I first saw it, I'm like, what is she wearing? I'm like, oh,
I get it.
I got you. I see.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily the proper moving attire, but they had movers, so she wasn't working too hard. And they did their thing. That's good. I'm not mad at it. Look, I get it, Michael Ealy. I understand. I truly do.
He bought her that house.
What
Yeah.
the fuck did he sell the house for?
What's that?
Why did he sell the house? They never explained why he was selling it.
Yeah, no, they do say why. Yeah, because
they
remember he's in like
Mother-in-law.
massive debt or whatever because of some other thing.
So
That's
the
what I'm
idea basically is to get the house. This is this nigga's idea: to sell the house, get the money, kill the man of the house, and then ease his way into the woman of the house, so he could still live in the house and have sex with this woman, and he don't have to worry about Michael Ealy anymore.
and all the debt.
It's and all the debt is paid.
I mean, it's a genius plan.
I mean-
it almost worked.
Sure.
he was this close. He almost fucking nailed it.
Look, maybe if Charlie been played by, let's say, Idris Elba, honestly, probably could have pulled it off.
Right.
Yo, you ready for Idris Elba to kill your husband?
She don't
Is that
even
what
know
you
who her
said?
husband is. See how she do? She don't even know who it is.
I mean, look, my brand of loyalty is a little bit different than how other people would define it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, maybe my husband died.
Non-existent. I believe that's how other people would define it. Non-existent. So they get the house. They fuck on the counter as you do. Their friends come over. Mike and his girlfriend.
Real quick.
Yep.
They're having a dinner party, right? Like a welcome, like, hey, we just bought the house, come on over, right? Even in this movie, white men just can't, especially in this movie, even white men that are your friends, who are your allies, can't help but to just be disrespectful.
Yeah, this really bothered me, yo. This really bothered me, yo.
This annoyed the piss out of no pun intended. This annoyed the piss out of me, yo. I could not stand it. I was like, yo, what is this? I had to rewind it because I was like, surely, this guy who was friends with these people did not just walk off from the dinner table into their backyard and piss on their property.
But my question is, why though? Like there was no point narratively.
They even say it in the movie.
He says it later on.
Yeah, he's like, yo, we have 4 bathrooms. You know? Like, all right, you came outside to take a smoke. Like, I get that. But there was no reason why that character would need to piss in the woods. There was just no reason.
Don't throw your cigarette butts on my yard either, nigga.
Yeah, also, I don't.
Agreed.
Don't smoke on my property either. No.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. But like, yeah, the level of disrespect of pissing outside of my house. I'm like, yo, there's a toilet. Yeah, there's multiple toilets. Like, don't be a fucking monster. Again, the white man think he owned everything. So they're having this dinner party between Scott and Annie and Mike and his I guess girlfriend Rachel. While Mike is out taking a piss and smoke break, he like hears something in the woods and he's like looking around. He doesn't see anything, right? But he's a little freaked out. The next day he sees a cigarette burn. After he flicks a cigarette, he sees a cigarette burn in his in the seat of his very nice car. It was an R8 too.
Also, another thing, because Micah, I'm with you with this being so disrespectful. You live in Northern California around all them trees, and you are flicking cigarette butts in my yard.
Nigga, you trying to start a forest fire? Come on, man. Come on.
Thank you.
Yo, it wasn't. He didn't even put the cigarette out. Like he didn't even put it out. He just flicked it. Like again, there are degrees to this shit. Like this is like wildly disrespectful. Pissing on my property, smoking on my property. Period. Flicking a cigarette and it's lit. Like come on, yo. Fucking San Francisco is a fucking tinderbox as it is. So they go to Annie and Mike go to an ice cream place the next day. And apparently, Mike don't know how to fucking act. He's talking.
Nigga, what is wrong with you, dog?
Look, I get it. I see this woman. She goes by Ice Cream Girl in the credits. Raylene Hayward, very attractive young lady. But he's like, oh, what kind of ice cream do you have? She's like, oh, we have like chocolate and vanilla. And then swirl. He's like, oh, all swirled up, all mixed up, just like you. I'm like, nigga, what are you doing? That's a super lame fucking line. It's really lame. 2, your wife is standing right there. 3, your wife is Meagan Good. Relax. Like, relax. Didn't y'all just fuck on the granite countertop 10 minutes ago? Just relax. Also, it's just gross. Like, don't talk to women like that, yo. Like, and she's like, I don't like how you were talking to that girl. I'm like, I don't like how loud you were. Like you weren't even trying to be quiet about it. Like it was weird. And so she was not too pleased with it.
It's almost like
and this nigga doing just this nigga acting like every DC nigga. I just forget that he was literally flirting with this woman. And she just asked me what flavor I wanted. And I said vanilla or whatever. No, nigga, you said you using words like swirl and shit. Nah, yo, we all know what swirl means. Swirl means.
Yeah, it was a lot of ice cream euphemisms. Like I didn't care for.
Tiara, like okay, shut up.
Tiara, you were saying something. I'm sorry. You were saying how you approved of this.
I was just saying it seems like Scott has some issues with fidelity, maybe.
Yeah, like trustworthiness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what a very random thing to have for a guy that you want us to be sympathetic for.
Yeah. Well, he's light skinned, so I'm kidding. That's ridiculous. Yeah, so he's like, so can we just move on with our day? And she's like, no. It's like, all right, I guess not. I guess I'll go into the other room and try to pretend like I wasn't trying to fuck the ice cream girl. Like, nah, yo, she wasn't in the wrong. You were in the wrong. Smash cut to a woman at his office who definitely wants to fuck him too. I mean, she was super fun too. And they're trying to sell her, I don't know, again, general executive products. I don't know. Fancy sodas. I don't know. Yeah, it was like
a sports agent. for a
It
second.
was like vitamin water.
That's what I thought too. I'm like, I got my movies mixed up for a second because it was a sports agent in Fatal, right?
Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah. Okay. Same shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. So Annie calls Scott at work in the middle of his meeting, and she's like, "Hey, Charlie is here cutting the grass." And
I called the cops.
Yeah, look, that's me. I'm on the road heading home. I don't understand this.
Oh, it's so bad. It should piss me off.
She's like, "No, it's not that bad. He's doing a good job. Hey, Charlie." I'd be like, "Get the fuck away from my property." And he says something that I found personally quite insulting, which is, "Oh, I noticed the grass was getting out of hand." Mind your fucking business. Get out of here. Get out of here. We're not paying you either. And so he comes and he cuts the grass. Mikey, you're a lawn man. How disrespectful is this on a scale of 1 to grass for you?
I'm not a lawn man. I just like my grass cut. But I'm not like, I don't care what it looks like. Like, I just want it to be cut. No, yo, this is mad disrespectful, yo. Like, no. I pay Felipe to cut my grass. I don't need you to cut my grass. Okay? The fuck out of here. I can't tell you how many times like this movie would just be over before the actual end credits roll.
Oh no,
like,
yeah, I'd have flipped out.
Like this is grounds for this is grounds right here for like, what kind of weird shit is this? I mean, honestly, this might be like grounds for going to couples counseling also. Well, I need you, like, this is your home. This is your home, yo. Like, I need you to be a little more responsible.
TR, you letting this white man cut your grass for free?
I was going to ask you that question.
I mean, I'd be like, Charlie, you need to get the fuck out of here next time. All right?
Like, I'm going to let you finish. Like, don't come back, nigga.
Nah, I ain't going to pay you.
Exactly. I mean, like if you, look, I know I just bought the house. You clearly care about the property. Since you're already here.
You already working. I won't get in your way.
Yeah, like you said, I'm not paying you. You can have a glass of lemonade or water if you want. Or
lemonade? You better brunch your own water. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, otherwise, don't do it again. And because of where you live, you probably won't need to because the grass is a bit.
All right. Okay. Now let's see how long let's see how far we can stretch the bullshit. When Scott gets home, he's like, "The fuck?" And she's like, "Well, he did do a good job." I'm like, "Okay, congratulations." No. And then she's like, "I invited him to Thanksgiving."
No.
I'd be like, "That's cool. Pick up the phone and uninvite this nigga. Yo, you're not coming to Thanksgiving. You're not entering my domicile." Like,
didn't he just lose his wife at this, like, or quote unquote?
No, he said wife? 2 years ago. Get over it. Go stay with your goddamn crumb snatching kids. Get out of here, yo. This ain't a soup kitchen. Go home. Go home, yo. No, knock it off. So you letting this dude come? You letting this dude come to Thanksgiving? Black ass Thanksgiving. Although their Thanksgiving ain't look that black, I have to admit.
No, of course.
Come on, TR. You're a celebrity chef. You making your giblets and all this other shit for Charlie. That came off wrong. That did not sound correct.
It came out exactly the way you wanted it to come out. That's giblets, gizzards, chitlins for Thanksgiving. God damn. Why the black chef got to be having all the slave parts of that? Like, Jesus Christ.
I don't even like or eat any of those things. Jesus.
I mean, I like gizzards though. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
The gizzards are delicious.
Yeah, they are. Get the fuck out of here. No, so, all right. So you inviting Charlie over?
No.
After he cut the grass for free.
So I didn't tell him to do that.
Oh damn. See, you got better instincts than Meagan Good.
No,
the property's on a very long driveway.
People that I need to? Hell no. I barely want to cook for myself. Actually, if I had that kind of man, I wouldn't come. But no, he can't come.
Can you see the property from the road?
I don't think so.
I can't tell. I don't think you can.
Yeah, you
so how the fuck was he looking? How did he see the grass need to be cut?
Hey, he just walked up.
We know,
I
I know, but the thing is, like, if she was thinking straight, how the fuck did you know our grass needed to be cut? You just coming up on our property, just unannounced, and then he went into the shed to get. It wasn't like the lawnmower was on the street. he walked into the property to get the. I'd call.
No, he drove it. He drove it from the hotel.
Gotta call the cops, yo. Like, this is not your house. Get out of here. Like, I bought it.
Jay, you have an interesting. You had an interesting set of people who lived in your house prior.
Yeah, pretty fucking interesting. Pretty interesting. Yes, pretty fucking interesting. Oof.
Interesting how?
What's that?
Interesting how?
Well, let's just say that you could Google the person who lived here before and read the DEA case about them. Like a major DEA case. And how they had 15 agents come to the house and was like, it's time to go. you go into big boy jail. So yeah, no, pretty interesting. Yeah, every house I've lived in has had a fucking story. If any of those people came back, I'd call the police immediately. Like, no, I have no compunction to be nice. Get the fuck out of here.
Has that ever happened to you? That happened to my parents. Well, back a long time ago, when I used to live with them, we got a knock on the door. Some white woman was at the door and was just like, "Hey, my parents used to have this house, and I was just, wondering if I could come in and take a look." I was like, "No, what the fuck? Like, no, you can't come in. Like, get out." My father was like, "No, like, no."
Can I come in?
Weird.
No,
it was just weird, yo.
So I know, like my in-laws, they used to live in a house, and they went there once, and like they were just driving by, like showing. I forget who it is, just like showing their kids, my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, and they were like, "Oh yeah, this is the house we used to live in," or whatever, and they kind of remember they were young. And like the people were outside and they were just like talking to them, and the people invited them in. They didn't go to be like, "Can we just come to your house?" Like, that's crazy. They invited them in or whatever, but like that was it. But I'm not going to any house. Like, and if somebody knocks on this door, I'm like, "Can I come in?" Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Get the fuck out of here. She was probably shocked that she saw black people living here. And I'm like, lady. Black people live all up and down this block. Okay. Nah. Suzanne across the street, the Jewish woman that you remember, she's the anomaly now. Get the hell out of here.
Nah, there's no Nah. I think you're being ridiculous. She definitely knew black people who lived there. That's why she moved out. She was like, "They coming. I gotta get the fuck out of here." No, I'm not letting people in. That's fucking crazy. Hey, I'm a random white person. I used to live here. I don't know what squatters' rules are in Maryland. I don't trust you. Get the fuck out of here. Beat it.
That was so fucking weird, man.
And your dad was just like, no.
And they just shut the door. I was like, get the fuck out of here, yo.
You know what? I 100% can see your dad be like, the fuck are you talking about? Beat it. Just beat it. Was she like older?
No, she was like, she was obviously like the child who lived there, right? Like right. She was probably like my age now, back then. But no.
That's awesome.
The fuck?
Good for your dad. I got zero issues with that. That's awesome. Thanksgiving arrives, and Meagan Good she's just so happy. Annie is just so happy that Thanksgiving is happening, and they got their nice little house. Not little, but their very nice house. And then Charlie shows up, and Charlie's supposed to bring pies. He ain't even bring homemade pies. See, this is why you don't invite white people to Black Thanksgiving. He gonna bring some box pies, and they weren't even patty pies, which is fucked up. Tiara, you accepting box pies to your black ass Thanksgiving?
Can that person cook?
That's not the question. You accepting these pies? You gonna be mad. You gonna talk shit on them when they leave.
I mean, yeah, I would, but like, I mean, it's the thought that counts. I'm thankful. Yeah.
Yo, it's a thought that counts is the most like passive aggressive shit you can say to somebody. Oh, you brought pies from a box from Giant. Well, it's the thought that counts.
Like, hey, look.
From ShopRite.
Like, I'll just be like, they'll probably say something like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't bring homemade wine," but like, no worries, which is usually my thing when I'm like, no.
All right, I'm gonna listen out for that next time in conversation. Be like, no worries. I'll be like, you don't like this shit. I got you. Mm-hmm.
No, it's okay. I'm like, no, it's cool. Look, it happens. Hey, look, I'm glad that you decided to buy something instead of trying something new in the kitchen. And, look, the thought that counts. Thank you so much for your effort.
the quite lack of effort. Yes, they picked that shit up right before they got.
Look, I'm just glad you were able to make it here. I'm grateful for you. I like you a lot.
I like you. Yeah, exactly. When Charlie arrives, he brings his fucking bullshit ass pies. He then looks and he's like, "Hey, what happened to the tapestry I threw in on the house?" And Scott's like, "We replaced that shit. This picture makes Annie happy," and you can just watch Dennis Quaid slowly break just to the right of the screen, which I enjoyed. He's like, meanwhile, Scott's talking and the sound just goes out, and you just watch Dennis's fucking mind just get destroyed. Which was pretty great.
Did we get to the part yet where Charlie imagined himself hitting? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we right here.
You gotta wait for this whack ass Thanksgiving to actually begin. Like, what the fuck? Can you imagine?
Look at this. Look at this table.
Hey, Jay. Next time you have Thanksgiving, just invite me and my wife, and that's it. And
it's fucking weird, yo.
Invite me, my wife, and a stranger.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, yo. It's a bit weird. Like, y'all got no kind of friends. Like, they're rich, and they had a bunch of friends in San Francisco. Why were all your friends not there?
That's too far a trip. Was it like an hour away? Something like that? How far is San Francisco from Napa Valley?
Tiara?
It's like 2 hours.
An hour. An hour and a half, 2 hours.
Not too far.
I mean, what if their friends had their own Thanksgiving to do?
Nah, yo. Then you have Friendsgiving. Like, that's what you do.
Yeah.
Get out of here. None of their friends came.
Meh.
So
this whack ass Thanksgiving begins, and
I don't see no kind of fucking real black people food. Sad.
Yeah, where's the food at? Like, her stuffing looked kind of terrible. Looked like there was all kinds of extra shit in there that I ain't like.
This is an earn me Thanksgiving, right? You got to earn me Thanksgiving because it's just nothing but wine. It's just nothing but wine and candle lights and lit candles all over the place.
They don't got no crazy uncle. They ain't got nobody playing spades. Ain't nobody yelling. Like, this is bullshit. Like, what is the point?
And they're basically like they're like talking and he's like, well, you can't change too much of the house because you'll ruin the integrity of the house. And Tommy from Power is like, houses have integrity, and Dennis Quaid, who's looking more and more like Mel fucking Gibson. The more that this movie goes on, he's just like, well, yeah, but some people don't. And then he's real like pissed. He's real pissed, and all of a sudden he picks up a champagne bottle and just fucking bam, blast Tommy in the head and shit. I was like, here we go, and then it was just like a fantasy.
It was all a dream.
Yeah. When he picked up the wine bottle and hit Tommy in the face, he did this motion, right?
It's
like
very
after
weird.
He hit him, he did this thing where he was just like, I'm like, what the fuck are you
He was like a very strange toddler at that moment. It was very weird.
It turned into, and they have like a feral fucking wolf sound, and I was like, "Yo, what's fucking going on in this movie?"
Okay,
he turned into like an animal when he gets mad.
Who was more over the top in their film, Dennis Quaid or Samuel Jackson?
Oh no, it's Dennis Quaid easily.
Oh, it's Dennis Quaid. Yeah, it's Dennis Quaid. Look, Sam Jackson was like, he was crazy, right? And Sam Jackson can play crazy, but Sam Jackson's black, right? Like black people, like we just got like a coolness to us where we generally don't get like too crazy. White people, like all bets are off, right? Like they run, if there's a spectrum, like that, they are on the far end when it comes to crazy. Like they go all out.
100%. It also took Michael Ealy way too long to open that wine bottle. I thought that was pathetic. This is a personal aside. I'm like, why is it taking you so long? Yeah, why is it taking you so long?
Don't you just like use a knife and just like shake it up and then cut.
What do you think this is? What do you think this is? This is a fucking bon voyage for a ship?
Like, yeah,
I don't know how to open a champagne bottle. Don't you just shake it up and then the cork actually just comes out?
And you fire it at the person that you hate the most at the table.
Yeah,
Micah, you've never seen a wine bottle being opened.
Yeah, you jerk off the wine bottle and then it just shoots the cork all over the place.
That's exactly what happens.
Okay. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So while outside, when Mike takes a smoke break, Charlie comes out and he's standing like a bit too close. I don't care for that. And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I like to hunt at night. And he's like, I'm sorry, excuse me? What? It's like, no, I'm just kidding. Hunting at night is illegal. Like, okay, I gotta fucking go. And then, like, Mike is fucking with him, right? He's trying to see if, him doing stuff to the lawn or putting a cigarette out on the statue will piss off Charlie. And it is clear that it absolutely fucking does. But Charlie doesn't say anything because he's trying to be cool. Except he's not fucking cool. Later that night after Charlie leaves, Mike gives this theory. He's like, listen, I think Charlie is the one who put the cigarette burn in my car because he saw me piss in the woods around your house, and he's like, Scott's like, yeah, we have 4 bathrooms. Why are you being a disrespectful asshole? But he's like, yeah, I think he thinks I defiled his lawn. He thinks the house is still his, thus giving away the plot of the entire movie. And they're like, oh, girl, I don't know, man. That's crazy. And Meagan Good's like, no, that's insane. That could never happen. Even though he just keeps showing up at our house randomly. That's fine. And then like Meagan Good and this other woman, Rachel, basically talk about kind of like how they kind of want to fuck Charlie in a way, which was weird. Like that he had like a fuckability because he's like a rugged man's man, like their dads. Okay. It's a bit weird.
A bit weird. She literally said it's something. She said it's something that our grandfathers had. Like, you want to fuck your grandfather? Someone? Nah.
And also, what is she saying about Scott?
Yeah, he's not a man to call him a
bitch.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, I don't think she's kind of saying it. I think she is saying it. Like, I married a bitch ass dude.
So she's like, our poor city boys. I'm like, the fuck.
I'm like, y'all moved out here? The fuck? He was like, I was doing fine in the city. I didn't want to come here. The two guys, Mike and Scott, are out looking for evidence that Charlie is watching them. So they go out into the woods, and lo and behold, they see a truck not too far from the house. And then the truck drives off as they start chasing it. Why they didn't just flash the light on the truck so they could see the type of truck it was, I don't know. Because plot.
They had flashlights, right? Yeah, it was far away. They had flashlights, and then the other truck. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, because plot. The next day, Scott and Annie they decide to get security cameras put on the house. And out of nowhere, here comes fucking Charlie, and he's like, hey, I just saw those guys driving up here. They don't put those into the house. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, you stop drilling holes into my house. Again, I feel like I'm going to go ahead and call the cops because you've clearly lost your fucking mind. Don't ever come here. Like, don't ever come here. It's so funny. I've got a friend who bought a house, and like the guy who sold him the house is like, you shouldn't change any of the lighting and the lights and all this other stuff, because it's a very specific look and everything else. I'd be like, yeah, that's cool. You done signing the contract? Yeah, cool. I'm gonna rip all of this out. Like, fuck off. Why the hell do you care after you sell the house? If you didn't want to change it, stay in the house.
Don't sell it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand. But people get really like attached to houses like that. I don't. Like, give me my money. I'm out. Like, I don't care. You want to keep this thing that I put in here? You good? All right, I'm good too. Like, that's it. So yeah, he's pissed, and he tells Scott, hey, it's kids who are like around the house. That's the people you're hearing. It's just kids. They're just being stupid. You don't need to put cameras up. I don't need to put cameras up. All that tells me is I definitely need to put cameras up. I don't trust you. You listening to these guys, Micah? Somebody tells you not to put cameras up around your house? You listen to Charlie?
Well, he made a compelling argument by saying that it took these vines 50 years to grow up on the house. No, nigga, no. I don't want the fucking vines on my house either. Fuck away from me, yo. I don't want fucking nature to try and take over my house, nigga.
Also, it doesn't take vines 50 years. Like, that's nonsense.
Yeah, shut up, red hat man. Like, I wish they would have. Like, because we all know what the red hat is. Yeah, they leaned into it.
We all know. Is he red hat in real life?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
I don't think
his
so,
brother definitely is. But in fairness, Dennis Quaid's brother is insane. Like, he's quite literally insane.
Yeah, like I wish like it didn't have a deer on it. Like it could have had like just some white lettering on it that could have said literally anything. It could have said just like, California, whatever, right? Like, but like lean into it a little bit.
Yeah. Make Napa great again.
There you go. Make Napa great again.
So the alarm goes off. Scott runs outside with a baseball bat. He doesn't see anything. The next day, coming back from getting a Christmas tree, Charlie is there like with a gun, just like hanging out on his property. And Scott is like, I don't want guns on my property. I'm buying a Christmas tree. And, it really made him look tough in front of Charlie. And he couldn't even get the tree down off the car, which was just pathetic. So he's like, look, man, I need you to get the fuck out of here. What's that?
How do you not keep a knife on you, yo? Like, just to take the... All right. Look, that's neither here nor there. Yeah, he's like, I need you to get the fuck out of the property. Like, please.
Like, please. How many, Terrence, how long are you waiting to tell this dude straight to his face?
I would have called the cops as soon as that nigga got the goddamn lawnmower out the shed the first day. The fuck out of here. This is not your house, dog. Like, this is not your fucking house. Leave me alone. Like, no. I'm like, this nigga's trespassing. And he white too? No.
Call me immediately.
When we bought this house, we bought it from a guy who lived with his mom. His mom, they put her in like hospice care or whatever. Right. And he couldn't stay here anymore. So that's why he sold it. And according to neighbors, he was kind of like, he was a little odd. He was a little off. And we had to contact him once to ask him, something about the laundry room. And I was like, you know what? Let me call him on my work phone because I don't want this dude to like, because he looks kind of odd. He looks like someone we know, all four of us, and
Geraldine or somebody else?
Yeah, well, he's on the nose. And yeah, he's odd, right? Like he's odd. But we got the information that we needed, right? And he was very like, he was a little too like, oh hey, let me know, I'll help you. And I'm like,
nope,
all right,
don't need it.
The next fucking day, my work phone rings and it's that nigga, and I'm like, nope, we ain't doing this. We're not playing this game, yo. I'm not doing it.
Did you not pick up?
No, I just didn't pick up, yo. I didn't pick up, and I don't. My name is not on my phone, right? Like my answering machine. Yeah, I don't do that because, like, I don't need you to know who I am. Get out of here. It was just weird, yo.
He gonna show up like 10 years from now, like, hey, I used to live in this house. Can I come in? No. Can I look around? See what you did with the place? Yeah, spoiler alert, the house looks 1,000 times better now that you guys did stuff to it than when you bought it.
It does.
It's 1,000,000 times better. It's crazy. Yeah, that's just weird, man. That's just weird.
It's odd, man. It's odd.
He was just there and they weren't home. He's on their property, yo. That's grounds for like, yo, you trespassing. I could kill you. Wait, can you kill people in California? Are you allowed to do that?
I don't think they have stand.
I don't think they have. I don't think they have the like stand your ground or the doctrine law or something like that.
Yeah,
castle doctrine.
Castle
I don't
doctrine.
think it exists there.
No, it probably should.
Isn't that funny? Like you had to ask. You had to ask. Like, wait, are you allowed to kill people in California? I almost said Baltimore. Yeah. I already know the answer to that question.
There are no laws here. There are no laws.
Man, it's fucking wild, wild east. No, like that's grounds to be shot now.
Yeah,
but he's in the wrong state, so he can kind of do that.
No, he's in the right state. For him,
he's in the right state.
He's in very much the right state. Yeah. Notice he only planned to move to Florida. He didn't actually go. Like it's like, yeah, you show up to Florida. Oh, I'm on somebody else's property.
Wild shit like that. They put a bullet in your fucking head.
Yeah. Where you going? So Scott just cannot believe that he married the most naive woman on planet Earth, apparently. I get it. He goes back into work. This woman, Jillian, that he works with, is like, hey, a couple of us are going out to dinner tonight. Would you like to join us? And look, Michael Ealy's eyes work. He said yes. You fool. Don't do that. That woman is just exuding I want to fuck you vibes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Like, if you're faithful to your wife, don't go. I'd be like, nope, I got drinks at home. I don't need that. Just email me.
But apparently they've already fucked, right? Because like later on,
I think I think he had sex with a different woman, right? It wasn't.
It wasn't her.
Yeah, it wasn't her. I don't think it was
that
her.
Came outside when he was.
Yeah,
it looked the same to me. I don't know.
Tiara, you're muted, by the way.
No, I think it was. I think he had a previous infidelity.
Yes,
that wasn't involving this particular woman.
Yeah, that's why she got mad when he didn't text her. That he was
right. I can't imagine that Meagan Good would be cool with him. Like
still working with her.
You still work with that? With that bitch that you fucked, right? Like nah I can't imagine.
Nah, that's not a good situation. You don't want to walk over the landmine twice. What the fuck?
That's why he bought her that house. That's why he bought her the house, because he was still feeling guilty for cheating on her.
Oh, that's a good point.
Nah, yo, that ain't no. Nope.
You don't feel $3.3 million guilty? I've never felt that guilty.
I will never ever feel that guilty. No. Just divorce me, man. Just divorce me. Just divorce me.
I need you to spend $3.3 million. You know what? It'd probably be cheaper if we just got a divorce.
Clearly, these people are rich. Like, so $3 million is
Michael Ealy is rich.
Oh, Michael Ealy is rich. She writes articles for like Home Goods or whatever the fuck she said.
Wait, is that what she does? Did they ever say what she does?
That's what she said.
Yeah, she said she's a writer.
Articles for fucking,
yeah.
Writing can pay.
She's a freelance writer.
I haven't seen her pick up their typewriter or laptop this entire fucking movie. I've seen her picking up plenty of glasses of wine.
Y'all already know that Black women do a lot of labor. You don't need to actually see it. In this movie.
You don't need to see it. Defend them at all costs. Nah. Michael Ealy's character is rich. This woman
is she.
Is no.
She got
she
her
is
own money.
No, she don't. No, she don't. No, she don't. No, she don't. She's writing for Home Goods.
She don't. They didn't even have to buy furniture. Like they just had to paint the walls.
Yeah,
and put up new paintings and shit. He gave them everything, which I understand. Like they got all of his furniture. A lot of it I threw away, but it's cool.
Yeah, I don't really want to move in a house that's fully furnished. No,
that's fully. Yeah, it's.
I like
that's weird.
It is weird. That happens. Like, oh, look at this. Look at this. Charlie comes over. And he's like, oh, I got this bottle of wine. Like, is that cool? It's got to breathe anyway. Look, I drink a lot of wine. Wine doesn't need to breathe, but it doesn't need to breathe while you drink it, my nigga. Like, that's not how wine works. He's like, it needs to breathe. Let's drink all of it. That's okay.
Jay, he was flirting with her.
Yeah, and then he caught a glance of her ass as she was doing something. He was like, well, Scott's got to go. I get it. It's like it's time
shows
to
up
murder
again unannounced. I don't fucking understand what this woman's problem is, but all right.
Yeah, again, she's like, it's just like having my grandfather around, but white and crazy, and I don't know him, but it's just like my grandfather. And apparently because he's a rugged man's man. She's all about that. She gets a text from Scott. He's like, hey, I'm working late. And she's like, that reminds me of that time you were fucking some other woman. And she's like, you know what? I'm going to be right back, Charlie, while I'm having this weird, intimate conversation with you. And she calls
walk 2 feet into the left and call my husband.
Yep.
She didn't leave the fucking room. She just stayed there.
And he's like, oh, she calls him and he's like, oh, sorry, it's loud in this meeting. Nigga, you at a club. That's not a meeting. You at a club. It's got red lights behind you. It's a club.
Y'all have never tried to sign clients at a bar or a club?
Huh?
At a restaurant, yeah.
At a restaurant? Mm-hmm. Bar, restaurant, club?
Not going to a club.
Loud.
Not going to a club.
Restaurant ain't that loud.
A club with red lighting. A club with red lighting. This doesn't look like so much a dance club as much as it looks like a club where people have sex in front of other people. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like a brothel.
Lifestyle club?
It's a brothel, yo. It's a brothel, yo. Knock it off.
A lifestyle club?
Lifestyle. Is that what people call a club that they have sex in front of other people? A lifestyle club?
They're called lifestyle clubs.
Oh, is this is the same type of club you take Rhaenyra when you want to put her in a Scully and walk her downtown?
I mean, also gross.
Where does again, yo? Where did she get that Scully from, yo? Like, why they got Scullys in Game of Thrones? This is weird. But this woman comes out after Scott has a conversation with Andy. He's like, "Oh, my bad. I sent the text. It was loud in the meeting, the brothel. I mean, I'm trying to close deals or whatever." And she's like, "Not pleased, because I remember the last time your skinny ass was out there." And he was like, "Yeah, you right. And then
it's been nice to know like how long it had been.
6 months. Since 6 months. I get this nigga 6 months.
Because this is just such a weird. It's such a weird plot point to have in this film and introduce it. What are we? 40 minutes into this movie? An hour?
45.
Yeah, 45 minutes in.
Yeah, it seems a little late to be introducing that plot point. But whatever.
It doesn't fucking go anywhere. It doesn't in the meeting. It was her.
Yeah, that was her. That's the same woman.
Yeah, that was her. I'm saying he got caught.
He got
prior
caught
to this movie
earlier.
Yeah.
And so
that's why they have the "don't text me, call me" rule, and then he violated it and all.
And like,
And then
don't try to
just
flirt and
hit
try to
them?
fuck the ice cream girl rule. Like, that seems like also a
Yeah,
rule.
that'd be fucking weird.
How about you stop talking about you trying to swirl with the ice cream girl? Yo, like, what the fuck? Like, oh, that's what you are, huh? A swirl? Like, what the fuck? What? What?
Oh,
I
man.
feel like if you got to do all that, right? If you have to have a don't text me, call me rule because you're afraid your spouse is cheating on you,
Get a
you be
divorce.
married to that person?
Yeah, get a divorce.
They get a divorce or don't move 90 minutes away from his fucking job.
That's
he
it.
can just kind of stay out.
Now,
I'm working like, I can't come back. I'm just gonna crash here at the hotel.
Yeah,
like you time to drive back.
Like, nice try. Put it
Actually,
on FaceTime. I want to see the La Quinta you're staying in. Knock it off. Knock it off. Also, look, I have to say, just as a side note, this is bad. This is a bad marriage move from Scott's part, right? If you know that this woman is giving you fuck me vibes, you don't go to this meeting, yo. You don't go. You just don't go. Ever. Anybody can make a mistake if you put yourself in a bad enough position, you're drinking or whatever, you're doing stupid shit. You just don't put yourself in those situations. Hey, why don't you come to this club? Nah, I'm good. I don't come up to my hotel room. I'll see you in the lobby. No, don't go, nigga. What the fuck are you doing? Just keep your ass away. But he's like, oh, you're kissing me. I'm trying to fight it. All right. Ooh,
he was one more kiss away from just being like.
If she grabbed his dick, it was over. Like, it was over. Like, it was over. That woman is very good looking. Knock it off. Your wife is an hour and a half away. You're already a piece of shit. Like, nah. And she probably fucking that 65-year-old man anyway. You might as well go get your life, dog. Just do you.
First of all, black women don't cheat. This woman is faithful.
Black. Look. She was emotionally cheating with Charlie. I'll say it.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was. Yes, she was. I mean, you're getting a little too close.
I think she was too stupid to do that. I think her character was too damn dumb.
Nah, yo. She's getting a little too close to Charlie, yo. You're giving up too much of your business. Like, knock it off.
Well, Jay, she works from home.
She doesn't work, yo. She doesn't work. What was she talking to him about?
Pick up a laptop.
And Charlie's around to help her manage the property, and he's friendly and he brings wine. I'm trying to figure out why that's so wrong.
All right, then change that scenario. You got your man at home. He working from home. He putting in that sweat equity on his laptop, writing for good housekeeping or whatever. And this was this woman coming around, some older woman,
60-year-old vascular woman.
Yeah. 65-year-old thotty grandma, and she's like, "Oh, I brought some wine. Let's let it breathe, Scott. Let's let it breathe." Nah, yo. I'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here. No way."
I mean, if you're asking if I would have a problem with it,
yes, you would.
The answer is yes. But here's the thing: I don't need to be consistent in my argument.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair. That's fair. You don't.
Not gonna catch me. No, she can't be coming around.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to
65-year-old, 45-year-old Rachel Dolezal came over. She's got the body of like a 35-year-old and the face of a 65-year-old.
I mean, she kind of does.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's very strange.
Yeah, and if she was bringing over wine to let it breathe,
cutting grass when she wasn't.
Look.
What the fuck? What are you doing, Rachel? Get out of here.
I can't promise this, but I feel like I would probably be hunting deer around that time.
See, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think Scott's. I don't think he's. I don't think he's wrong to not be okay with that. But he don't ever say nothing. she just gives him the business when he gets home. He's like, oh, I'm just trying to deal with a client. And she was like, nah, go lay on the couch, nigga. He was like, yeah, you're right. And they woke up in the middle of the night. He heard something. And he's like, I think I saw Charlie in the house. And she's like, how would he even get in the house? It's not like he has keys to the shed and other things where he's just walking around our property when we're not home. That's crazy, Scott. You're the one who's insane. And he's like, you know what? I'm tripping.
Yes.
I'm tripping. And she's like, okay. And so they look around the house, and he's like, I'm sorry for earlier where I almost fucked that woman from work. And she was like, you did what? And he was like, nothing happened. And she's like, that's cool. And then like fuck me on this bearskin rug, and he was like, bet. I okay. I can do that.
Don't fuck on carpet.
And this,
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
It doesn't feel like that would be advantageous.
That is a pro tip from me to you. Don't do it. It's not. No.
Like it's like anytime I see movies where people have sex on the beach, I'm like, don't do that. Like,
don't do that.
Don't do that.
idea.
That's a terrible idea. You know what's really hot? A bed. Like a bed or a table. Tables are fine.
It's like
Darth,
in the
in
house.
the words of Darth Vader, I don't like sand. It's coarse and it gets everywhere.
See, he wasn't wrong. His acting was
Lovely,
spot on.
Lovely advice.
Look, take it. like nah. Tiara's like, nah, I'm not gonna take that advice. All right, don't come on this show on a fucking preview episode, scratching and talking about, oh, I should have done it. All right.
First of all, I have no idea what adult activities y'all are talking about. So,
Okay. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. That's what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, I would never. Yeah, I like to read on the carpet sometimes. I like
Yeah, there you
sometimes
go.
just there.
There you go.
And
That's all you need to
yeah.
know. That's all you need to know. When you get older, you figure it out.
yeah, when I get older, when I turn 40.
Oof. Cause don't do that. Cause we'd be 52 years old by that time, which is crazy.
Yeah, y'all will.
Yeah.
Oof. Mm.
Micah's beard's gonna be fully gray. Shit, you got like 6 months. What the fuck are you talking about?
6 months. I feel like I got 6 days, man.
Those kids wearing your ass out.
Yep.
Good.
Wake up mad.
So next we see Scott goes to like a local coffee shop or something, and this white dude is just staring at him, and that's not cool. And he's like, "Hey man, hey, don't mean to stare. My name's Grady. Grady, yo."
Fucking Santa Claus.
Yeah, like who cast for this movie? This is a white dude named Grady.
They flipped all the races, man.
They're like, this is gonna be super interesting, right? It's supposed to be an old black man.
Grady Kramer. What the fuck? Like, what? All right, cool.
So he's like, yeah, I live the house a mile away from you. I'm your neighbor, and he's like, oh, so I can't believe you got Charlie to sell the house. And he's like, yeah, he said he was a little lonely after his wife died of cancer. He was like, cancer? I mean, maybe it was cancer, maybe not. All I know is that's she put a shotgun in her mouth. That's how they explained it to the cops. I'm like, what story are you telling me right now? Like,
Right, like, I'm sorry, excuse me.
like, dude, I just ordered a latte. Could you relax? Could you just calm down?
So did they not do any kind of research on the house and the owner of the house before they moved it? Because I feel like that's something that would be.
Generally,
You don't do that
IT
much
to
of a
do
background
fucking
check.
research.
yeah, you don't do research on like the previous owner in their personal life, right? Like you do research on the house, not the owner. I don't give a fuck who owned the house.
Yeah, not really. Would you buy a house that a
I
person
feel like I
died in
would.
it?
No, it's haunted.
It depends on the house.
It's haunted.
It is.
I don't care about that at all. Like, actually, I hope people do believe that because then I can get a discount. Like that's how I look at it. Oh, don't buy that house. All right.
Jay, that's how you know you don't believe in ghosts. Because
I
you're
don't.
just like-
I believe in deals, my nigga. Like, that's what I believe in. Like, I don't believe in ghosts.
I can't do houses. No. I don't
If
trust
died of natural causes, that's fine. Or if they were
No,
murdered.
They died in the house. No, it doesn't matter. The house is theirs now. They can have it. I don't want it.
You're one of the most logical people I've ever met. You're like, nah, the ghost can have the house. That's so weird to me.
I don't like ghosts. Man.
You from Amityville? Like, what the fuck?
Huh?
He's from Long Island. Yeah.
I am from Amityville, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Yes, I am. So, yes. Like, I am literally from Amityville. I don't trust it. No.
There you go.
Yeah.
Terrence says he don't trust ghosts.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, I believe in deals. You know, like,
You didn't know that?
I knew you were from New York. I didn't know what part of New York.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly not Amityville. God damn.
Terrence used to live right next door to that house. He was like, nope, don't trust
I'm
it.
15 minutes. 15 minutes away.
So yeah, at that point he's like, look, he might have killed this woman. Like, he might have killed his ex-wife because she tried to leave. And he's like, the DA was considered murder charges. And she's like, okay, now I believe you, Scott. I believe you. Okay, I'm on board. It's only 52 minutes into the movie before Annie has figured it out that maybe this crazy white man might not be trustworthy.
Just wanted to be thorough. I'm not sure what the problem is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I've never been more disappointed in a black woman in my life than in watching this movie.
Very upsetting to me.
Sounds like you never believed in black women at all.
Well,
Never.
this didn't help. This didn't help.
That's
No.
good. We don't got to prove nothing to you, black man.
She needs to prove that she knows she has any self-preservation because she's not doing too good at 50 minutes in. So our couple, they go to a very nice restaurant, Fellini's, I believe they said, and they walk over to the Royal, which is the hotel or motel / restaurant that Charlie is staying at, well, bar, and they see him at the bar, and he's like, "Hey, what are you two doing downtown?" And I don't like that he only addresses Annie. He never addresses Scott. Have you noticed that? He's like, "Hey, Annie," like, yeah, I'm standing right here, dog. What the fuck? You ready to fight? And so he's like, "Hey," Scott's like, "Hey, why don't we have some tequila shots?" That's not a good idea. That's a terrible idea.
He wants to fight.
Yeah. Look, sometimes you got to find a woman who will bar fight with you in your 40s. I was thinking it was 40 years old right in that letter. That's insane.
All the emojis.
Tara, do you want to, when you're 40 years old and if you're with your man of choice, are you cool if y'all get into a bar fight and you got to fight the girl and he got to fight the guy? Does that seem reasonable to you?
Yeah, it's a bonding moment.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Something I dream about.
Yeah. There you go, gentlemen who think like that guy. Write Tiara a letter. I will pass them on to her.
If we're drinking tequila, like if you want me to get into a bar fight with you, don't give me tequila because tequila has the opposite effect. I want to have a good time. I'm everyone's friend.
I don't like tequila.
I drink tequila.
I'm not a huge tequila person. It makes me sad.
What?
No, it just makes me sad. Yeah, it gets me way too drunk, and I don't care for it.
Maybe
I do like mezcal though. I do like mezcal. Because of course
You need to drink some of that Mana tequila or whatever the fuck the Rock does.
Terramana. I need to try Terramana.
I don't.
I heard it's pretty good.
I refuse.
I don't know what the Rock did to
out of
you.
sheer principle, I refuse.
Principle.
Wow.
It's called spite, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, that's fair.
Oh, because you hate the Rock.
I'm
for
taking
no
a
reason.
stand. I'm taking a stand against the Rock. No, nigga, it's spite. Get the fuck out of here.
That's a type of stand. I'd just like to point out. It's a type of stand. So Scott says to him while they're drinking, he's like, listen, He's drunk and he's like, listen, I need you to stay the fuck away from my wife. She's too nice to say it. But you've been dropping by too much. And like, I don't like that shit. Yeah, you should have said that an hour ago.
Was he drinking prior to coming here?
Yeah, they were a little tipsy.
What are your little okay? Because I'm like, this nigga's really drunk.
Yeah, no, they were a little.
I have only had 2 shots. It's a little weird. Okay.
Yeah, no, I look. I also don't like the fact that Annie didn't back him up in this situation. I didn't care for that. She sold him out.
That's what a good submissive woman does. She lets her man handle it.
And then she sold him out. Tiara would have done the same. We already know that.
I mean, look.
Ain't that right? Ain't that right?
She and Scott. But I wouldn't back Scott up on it because clearly she thinks Scott is a bitch.
So you're saying you wouldn't have backed him up?
No.
See,
honestly,
y'all not a team. Y'all not a team.
I'm not very loyal.
Damn.
So, I mean, so I'm going wherever the wave goes, and it looks like it's working in Charlie's favor.
Damn, you go. Wow. So Scott, who doesn't have any loyalty from his wife or any fans out there, apparently, he's out here jogging alone, quite literally and figuratively. And while he's jogging, a truck comes up and just like give him a little bump, a little shoulder bump, and knocked his ass off.
Was he
the
jogging
road.
at night?
No, it was during the day, but it was like raining.
Yeah, it was daybreak.
No, I'm not jogging at daybreak. No, I need regular light.
Look, this is also how you.
Why is he jogging on the wrong side of the road?
Like, this is how you know it's room for white people, because you don't go jogging at that time because that's when mountain lions are out hunting things, and you don't go by yourself. It's like it is like safety 101 when jogging in areas where things could literally come out and kill you.
No, I'm not jogging anywhere where anything can come out and kill me, like a mountain lion. So Scott is in the hospital. Annie is there, but she don't even seem that concerned, which bothered me. I thought at some point, I was like, oh, she's going to really end up with Dennis Quaid in this movie. Like, she don't really give a fuck about this dude, not one bit. And so Scott calls Mike and he's like, look, I think Charlie is the one who ran me off the road. So I need you to go up to the house and I need you to check on Annie and make sure she's okay and see if Charlie is there. Cut to Charlie shows up at the house with where Annie is just getting out of the bath, and he's like, "Hey, I heard about Scott. I brought you a pizza. You know, it's got everything on it. Just take off what you want. I mean, you know, I'm just checking on you." And she's like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "Well, I can't eat the pizza alone." Again, do you want to fuck Dennis Quaid? Just say that and move on. You know? Like, it's ridiculous. She's like, "This pizza's huge." Yeah, it's a pizza.
I can't stand this character. I can't stand any of them. I really don't like any of them. But yeah, like they make Meagan Good to be real dumb in this movie.
And by the way, I was wrong. In the past, that's not where she said "I believe you." The part coming up is where she starts believing. It's past an hour.
It's after he gets out of the hospital,
right? Which she wasn't
trying to kill him.
She wasn't even at the hospital when he left. Come on, yo. So
well, he said to go home.
Nah. You stand by your man. It's fucked up. No? You shaking your head? No? He in the hospital, yo. He in the hospital.
Look, I got my house. In fact, if he dies, I'm pretty sure I'm on the life insurance.
Damn, see? Yeah. What you gonna do all day? Write for home improvements? The magazine?
Listen, I'm rich. What the fuck? What you mean what I'm doing all day?
That's true. You're right. I think Annie kind of wanted Scott to die. Yeah, I think you might be right. Yeah. So Mike goes out there.
How did he know he was hurt? That's the thing. He pulls up and she's like, I heard about what happened to Scott. And she doesn't even think twice.
Who you
like,
hear
nobody
from?
told you.
Who you hear from?
Who the fuck? We don't talk to each other. We don't talk to nobody in this motherfucker. The closest neighbors. Wait, first of all,
The closest
this
neighbor's
neighbor's supposed to be staying in a hotel, right? So why is he always here?
Right.
Nobody's know why, but like, why the fuck are you always here? You're supposed to be at a hotel in town. What are you doing?
Yeah, in the middle of the evening.
Like, it's very upsetting that she's so fucking stupid.
I mean, this random accident with no witnesses is just the talk of the town up in Napa Valley.
As you do. So Mike comes up there and Charlie sees him out the window and he chases him outside and he's like, "Oh, Mike, it's you. Oh, okay. Hey, man. Like, I didn't realize it was you. Like, you know, calm down. Like, relax, man." Like, he had an axe with him and he's like, "Just have a cigarette." And he's like, "Yeah, you know what? I'll have a cigarette too." And he's like, "Really?" He's like, yeah, I'll have a cigarette." And I'm just like, dude, you ever seen a movie before? Like, you don't let the psycho hold the axe right near you. Like, no. I need to be in a strategic position that I can fight this guy off. You ever been in a situation like that where it feels like some shit's gonna happen and you're just like, let me move in a different position myself like closer or further away from a person?
I'm going to position myself behind you. You go ahead first. You go first. Yes, I have. And you go first. I'm gonna be behind you, so just in case some wild shit happens, you have to turn around.
Yeah. That way I can get a swing in or something. Right. Yeah. This dude walking in front of a guy with an axe. No. I'd be like, "That's cool. Let me hold the axe for a sec." Let me hold it, yo.
I've never chopped wood before. Let me try it.
Yep.
It's like getting in a fight with somebody, and then that person that you're getting in a fight with says, "Hold on, I'm gonna go get my bag," and then you just stand there and wait.
You just stand there and watch. The fuck was wrong with you? Yo, these young kids are insane.
No self-preservation skills, man. That's how you know they ain't never been in a fight before. They ain't never.
They literally sat there. They were like, "What you got there, buddy? Like, what are you doing? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
Like, you never like did any like. I get it that you're young. None of y'all saw White Men Can't Jump. When Raymond was like, "Go in my car.
I'm gonna get my gun.
Shoot everybody." Yeah, they were just like, "Oh, work." Everybody booked. Like, just like, what's happening? Like, no, how you getting shot? So after murdering Mike, after hitting Mike with an axe in the chest, Jesus Christ, Charlie comes back to the house. He's like, "Oh, I scared the kids off. No big deal." And he starts sniffing Meagan Good's neck, as you do.
Twist his ankle.
Yeah, after he says he twists his ankle. And look, Meagan Good is so fine that like Dennis Quaid is literally sweating. Like, he's like, ooh, shit. Like, ooh.
I get it.
Yeah, look, I understand. When that black tar gets you, just pull it down. Oh shit. And so yeah, he's starting to while out. And so at one point the next day, Annie is taking a shower. And
I get it.
Like, yeah, I also understand. And like,
fully understand.
Like, Charlie is doing his peeping Tom thing through the door, and my man was like, "I'm gonna take my clothes off. I'm just gonna get in the shower and make this happen." That's a wild end game, yo. That's a wild end game. I don't know how he thought.
Well, he didn't. He wasn't thinking. His dick was thinking. Is what happened.
Yeah, he was like, "Ooh." He like, "Oh shit!"
Ew, I'm sorry, because I'm at that part right now on my screen, and like, but the way Dennis Quaid's face looks as he takes off,
he got a smirk.
Like, no, but like his face looks so angry, and his chest is all flushed.
Yo, he is fucking intense. He is intense. He sees this fine ass woman, and he takes that shirt off with purpose. Like, yeah, I get it, yo. I get it.
Yeah, I understand.
I get it.
I understand getting all revved
I wouldn't
up.
act like
No, of course
Like,
not.
yeah, Meagan Good is like drive you to madness fine. You know, like, I 100%.
Yep. And apparently,
Yo, look at this face, yo.
that smirk he has when he's looking, he's like,
That's not a smirk.
nah, yo,
He was angry to me.
nah, yo, he gives a smirk after a while. He's like, yeah.
No, he's like.
Ugh, gross.
Oh yeah. Look, again, we all understand.
Yo, what the fuck was he gonna do, yo?
Like again, what is the end game, yo? He just get in and be like,
Hey, how you doing?
I'm giving you my Jet magazine, fucking man of the year.
It's at this point in the movie. It's at this point in the movie for me where it's just like, all right, we have taken this 1 hour and 10-minute ride up the coaster, and now it's go time. Like, we're about to have some fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So Scott was like, "Oh shit, I haven't heard from Annie. And I haven't heard from Mike. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go home. Like, I'm just gonna get an Uber and just fucking just get there." And he does. He eventually does get there, and like shit goes left real fast. Micah, can you take over because my video just dropped out for the movie.
So he gets out of the Uber, and Charlie comes out with Foxglove, this plant that that the movie makes a big deal about it being poisonous to humans, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, this is Chekhov's poison plant, right? Like, this is going to play into the movie somehow because they set it up in the first act so that, you know, it will be used in the last act. That's like classic movie making, right? No. This nigga is just holding a poisonous plant, a plant that is poisonous to humans. He just holding it. He just holding that shit. And he's like, yo, and the two men confront each other, and they're like, yo, what's going on, man? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, he finally says it, right? Get the fuck off my property. And Dennis Quaid is just like smoking a cigarette and shit and just throws it down. Like you said, the couple, they come back and and they explain each other, right? Everything kind of unravels because they have a fucking conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm skipping ahead.
Well, this is where he's like, how did he know that I was like injured? Like, how did he know I was in the hospital? And like, that shit don't make sense. Think about it. Like, and she's like, oh yeah, right.
You're a writer. You're a writer. You're supposed to have a brain.
Well, Micah,
so
she's not,
I'm a professional screenwriter.
She's not a novelist or anything like that.
She's not a novelist.
She said, she says she writes about social justice issues for Home Goods.
She writes
Home Goods. Let's not say Home Goods. Stop it.
Wait, did she really say social justice issues for Home Goods? I don't remember.
She not for Home Goods. She says she writes like women's empowerment and social justice issues.
Like, yo, if she's writing women's empowerment articles, I am throwing those in the trash. Because I don't need that kind of fucking empowerment. She's a fucking idiot.
like, girl, don't pay attention to shit. End of article. Like, all right, that's it.
It's like situational awareness. Who needs it?
Don't
trust any man. Let any strange man into your house.
If he want to get in the shower with you, he's just like your grandpa. Does it really matter?
Ew.
That's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, well, that's what happens.
Michael Ealy has hired like some sort of detective to kind of, get some information.
It's a dude from work.
He hired an IT guy.
It's like his dude from work.
To be a detective and get some information.
I don't appreciate that I don't appreciate that the hacker guy is Asian. It's not acceptable. Like, that feels way too stereotypical.
Written by a white man. Just keep it.
It was like, he's like, look at him. Look at his face. Look at him.
I'm surprised he didn't have a karate gi on, right?
Right. Look at it be
Just
more
playing all the stereotypes. Let's just play into the fucking stereotypes. And he gets information about the guy's daughter, and Michael Ealy's character calls the daughter, and the daughter's just like,
nope,
get the fuck out. Like, nah, yo, fuck that. Click, right? Like, I don't want nothing to do with that shit.
Is he dead? God damn.
Annie comes home with some groceries, and and Charlie's in there, and he's just like, "Oh, I screwed up. You're gonna hear some bad things about me. Just know that, like, none of that's true, and I would do anything for you." Like, Meagan Good, like, what the fuck, yo? Like,
she's like,
I just
what?
And here she realizes it, right? And she's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm gonna go in the bedroom by myself. Maybe you should leave." Nah, that's just an invite for him to get his ass up there. But he leaves. She locks the doors. He goes upstairs. She goes upstairs, and she she looks into a closet that she never goes into, and her ass just falls right through it.
Whoa!
Like,
her character really is a fucking moron, man. Meagan Good deserves better than this. Yeah, she really does.
How did she really read the script? Was like, cool, I'm gonna do this.
She was like, fuck it. She was like, I wanted to go to. She was like, I want to go to fucking Jamaica. I'll do this movie. Who cares?
Right. She was just like, I just got a divorce, so I need something to do. So she falls down into the cellar, and she sees, oh shit, like this dude's been living down here, right?
Gross.
Like, and she follows the tunnel on the way out, and she's like, oh, this is how he's been able to get in the house. And you know, again, she don't know how to like creep around and shit. She just like opens the door all the way.
Hey, everybody.
What are you doing? Right. And Charlie's just like, no. And then he runs over and he tries to get her and shit. And now we get a confrontation, right?
What was that Korean film where the people were living in the house? Parasite. Yeah. Like this is like a Parasite situation. He's just living there the whole time.
Yeah, except where that was a beautiful movie about fucking class warfare. This is just some schlock.
Agree to disagree.
Where a 60-year-old man is forcing himself on Meagan Good.
I feel like this is about class warfare as well. He's tired of you fucking San Francisco elite black people coming up there and trying to steal his house. Fuck that.
Yeah, tired of you San Francisco elites trying to come up to this more elite place.
Right, this $3.2 billion house. Yeah, you're trying to fucking ruin my shit.
And buy my better house.
That's right.
This confrontation is fun, but it's also like weird because like I don't know. I don't like seeing men fight women. Like unless it's like Street Fighter. Yeah, and he's like trying to kiss on her and shit. Like,
yeah, this nigga went into demon mode. He was just like, I'm like, all right, you got to relax on this bed. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan.
I think at one point Meagan Good hits she hits him with the cobra, yo. Terrence, she hits him with the cobra. She hits him like bow, like, and that shit it gets him off of her, yo. That's amazing. So
he threw her into a refrigerator, which was not fucking cool. That was not
for some strange reason. Michael Ealy is still going to work, which is an hour and a half away, even though he's got this fucking lunatic.
Yeah, work from home, my nigga. What the fuck?
Not a smart decision to leave your wife at home.
Own the company.
He does not own the company.
Psychopath. What the fuck? Okay.
So the daughter.
He actually does.
So the daughter calls Michael Ealy's character back, and she's like, "This dude's crazy. He killed my mom, and all he cares about is the house now, and he's a lunatic." And Michael Ealy's like, "Oh no!" Meanwhile,
was that the dialogue?
I mean, he's just like, what else could he do, right? Like he's in the
Gee Willikers, I'm gonna go see him.
Like he's in the car. Like what else could he say? You know,
hit the gas, dog. He's driving pretty moderately.
We see it's fucking. We see this very Charlie's being very loving as he's carrying an unconscious Meagan Good upstairs.
Yeah, like Frankenstein's monster. What the fuck?
Yeah, and this is where I feel like Dennis Quaid is ad-libbing. This is where I'm like, all right, Dennis Quaid, enough of this. You don't dare put your thumb on Meagan Good. You better.
He was like, "No, I need to carry her." And then like there might be a part where I gotta hold her butt a little bit. Like, yeah, let me write this into the script. Like that's not in the script.
Let me bury my face between her titties. Nah, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. I mean, I would want to, but like, nah, you ain't got to do that shit.
That's just creative writing on Dennis's part.
So Michael Ealy comes home. I forget their characters' names because they're like so generic.
Scott.
Michael Ealy comes home, right? And Michael Ealy comes home. He sees a knife on the floor. He picks it up, right? And fucking Dennis Quaid, he hears him. He stuffs like cotton balls in his mouth. He hog ties Meagan Good.
Yo, that's wild. Yeah, that was wild, dude.
This nigga turned into a Navy SEAL. Yeah.
This nigga turns into fucking Solid Snake, yo. He goes prone at the stupidest time to go prone. No, Michael Ealy is downstairs. He has no idea where this dude is, and after he hog ties Meagan Good, he immediately goes prone. And like you see shit like that in like video games, and it's like, yo, like. Why would anyone do this? Like, I get it. Like, you're trying to sneak around. Yo, why would anybody do this in real life, yo? Like, he looks ridiculous. He looks ridiculous. Trying to. Yeah. But you know what, though? You know what? He looked like a badass. He looked like a badass when he came down.
Yeah, no, it was a cool scene. It was
came up like the fucking ceiling or wherever the fuck he came from. Yeah, like, okay, weird, but all right.
Wildly unnecessary, but okay. Yeah. He proceeded to beat the brakes off of Michael Ealy though in this scene.
He threw this nigga.
I love the shot, yo, because the shot is just like
it's like the alien from Aliens.
Yeah, and it hangs on just a little too. It hangs on just a little too long, right? Like we know what's about to happen. Like you would think maybe they would do some sort of fancy cut. No, it's just.
I'm watching the scene now. Michael Ealy's glasses dropped, and he tried to reach for him, and I'm like, "Oh, poor thing."
But again, I just want to point out this is what I said in the beginning. This dude is 65 years old at this point in the movie. Like,
I mean, but this is the dude who clearly you saw that y'all work he's been doing. So yeah,
look, Michael Ealy. Like, maybe you need to get out there and cut that grass.
He got old man strength.
He does.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and Michael Ealy looked like his character looked like he ain't never been his character looked like he don't watch boxing. Like that's how like
his character has never been to the gym. His character doesn't even know a dude named Jim, let alone been there. Yo. Like, can knock it off. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Do something. It's pathetic.
They'll throw this nigga off the fucking
and then he's like, Annie, don't worry, Annie. I took care of him for us.
For us? We ain't together? Yeah. That
I was really hoping, like, I was really hoping Michael Ealy would just, like, come in and, like, be fucking Superman and shit.
Yeah.
And no, he ain't no Superman.
No, this was true to form. He got his city boy ass beat pretty bad. And look, at this point, Dennis Quaid is like, he's like full on crazy. This is like the last 10 minutes of Hollow Man. Like, he's indestructible. Like,
Michael Ealy is throwing haymakers at this dude, and he's just shaking them off. He's fucking like Taylor Swift, just like, yo, what is going on?
Then Dennis Quaid gets his shotgun.
Meagan Good stabs this dude in the back, yo. All right, look, this was the first smart thing she's ever done.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. She stabbed him and then just took it out
and let go.
Right. No, boom, boom, boom. You stab until they stop moving. That's the rule. You stab till you get tired. Until you get tired.
Right?
What's that?
Like, do something.
No, you
like
or
twist the knife.
Yeah, you stab him in the leg and you twist the knife. I believe we learned that from Face Off, right? Like, so come on. Like, you don't just stab a person once. She hit this dude in the back, and it was like, I think I got him. Like, no, you don't got him.
How many people do you know would get up after being stabbed in the back?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know what the count was, but I bet it's more than 20. Like, I bet my number's more than 20. Nah, yo, fuck that. If I had an opportunity to stab somebody who was trying to kill me, yo, I'm trying to stab you till the knife hit the floor underneath you. Like, knock it the fuck off. No, fuck Dennis Quaid. Yo, he just threw my husband off a fucking balcony. Like, no, it's okay. Like, he'll be fine or not.
She stabbed him and he ran away.
Nah,
like,
yo.
Clearly, he got hurt that bad.
Boom, boom, boom,
he was
boom.
able to just run over. No, she again.
Or stab him and drag the shit, yo. Like, come on, yo. Like, what are you doing?
Hit him in the Achilles heel, like in the Achilles tendon on the way out. Clink! Ah, that'll fuck his whole career up. He'll never be a running back. And so we get this scene, and this is what's very weird to me. The ending of this movie. We get a scene of like the couple, they're hiding in a room and like they do a close up of their rings. Like they are a married couple, like they in this shit together. Like no matter what happened, even though he was trying to fuck that woman in San Francisco a couple of days ago, like they still in it together, right? They gotta fight off this craziness, right? They killed Gary Owen earlier. They get like shit's not gonna work out for them, right? But they together. They together in the end of this. They never have a conversation about what's going to happen if we get the gun? Like, because it seemed to me they were very connected in their thought process by the end of this movie. Like, there was no hesitation. And I did appreciate Michael Ealy hitting Dennis Quaid in the face with a baseball bat. That did not look nice. Good. It should
hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Very painful.
Yeah, he broke all his shit up. Like everything, his entire jaw was broken. And they really set it home by having the blood pouring out of Dennis Quaid's mouth and like a gurgling noise. I was like, all right, I got it. Like, Jesus Christ, I got it. And Charlie's like, yeah, you're not gonna kill me. Like, you know, and he literally pushes the gun away. And I'm like, all right, you talking a lot of shit. He's like, you're not gonna do it, you pussy. Because the gun's not loaded. He's like, yeah, well, yeah, check your pocket. I took the one round that you had out of your pocket. I don't know when he did that.
Yeah, I don't know how he knew he had one round.
Yeah, he didn't.
His pocket.
He didn't.
He didn't do that.
He didn't.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. He absolutely did not.
No, he hit him with the baseball bat and he fell down. Like that was funny.
And he just took the gun.
Yeah, they didn't even wrestle. And again, Scott's like, make the call, make it. And Annie calls the police and she's like, oh, 911 is an emergency. Please send the police. My husband just shot an intruder.
She said it.
She said the name. She said it. And then like they just became cold-blooded fucking, well, not cold-blooded, but like just straight murderers. They were just like, all right, yeah, we're totally, Mr. I don't like guns was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna blast this nigga right in the chest in my house.
With a shotgun.
With a shotgun at close range.
Ew, gross.
Nigga got obliterated.
Right, yo, come on. I just found that funny that like they I guess just when their rings got close, like that was the message. Like, you call the cops, and then I'm gonna shoot his
They
ass.
turn into a fucking Wonder Twins and shit.
Right.
But no, he says, "Go to hell," and then pulls the trigger like even fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. Nigga, like, what is happening?
I feel like he could have had a better. He could have had a better line.
Yeah, this movie is ridiculous.
Yeah, yo, like, you're never gonna intrude on my property again.
Let it breathe, and then he just shoots him. I don't know. Like any of the statements would have been dumb. They would have all. They all would have been bad. But yeah, no, I think
home.
Like I don't know. Like, did he build that lair? Like that whole time, has he been sleeping down there? Like before he sold the house, like just in case somebody was gonna buy the house, he was like, "Let me just build this underground bunker so I can stay in the house." Like, it's very weird, very strange.
And again, I understand.
I'm guessing they never saw the cellar or saw the entrance at all when they bought the house.
No, and again, this is why you have a realtor. Like, you should have looked at the house alone. You shouldn't have had him there. Nah, they fucked up. That's their biggest
that's why
issue.
you have a housing inspector. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, they didn't do a house inspection, right? Like, there's a draft coming from this hall closet. Whoa, hey, there's a fucking lair down here. Does anyone know? You know, there's a guy living down here with a bunch of guns. Be like, I don't think I want to buy this house. Nah. See, get a home inspection. Yeah,
and then this fucking song, yo.
I didn't hear the song. What's the song?
What was it? All gripped up?
I stopped playing. I just clicked home.
Gripped up.
I will listen to this after we stop recording. All right, that is it.
This song just does not fit this ridiculous movie. This ridiculous song does not fit this ridiculous movie. Anyway.
All right, that's it for us for episode 230, The Intruder. That is our light episode before we get into some heavier stuff next time. So look forward to the next preview episode next week. Later, guys.
See you.
Take it easy.
Yeah, well, what is he doing?
Oh my God. Why are you smoldering at the camera? Bye.
He's such an idiot. You're watching the Black on Black Cinema YouTube channel. Make sure you check out our full reviews of black movies, past and present. And every other week, we do a preview episode where we talk about a random topic that affects the black community.